So I'm gonna talk about One Piece. I'm gonna try to not spoil anything. Not like, well, I mean, it's been out for like 21 years, 22 years, something like that. But I'm not gonna go too heavy into the story. I'm gonna talk about my thoughts and my feelings in One Piece. And this might become a series with other shows, but I have watched all of the dub of One Piece. It's like 586 episodes, something like that. And so we made it to just past the Fishman Island arc. And he's going into the new world and stuff. But anyways, we'll start at the beginning. The story was before the time skip, and then before the animation got better. I thought it was good. I mean, he really made you feel like you were one of the Straw Hats. He really made you believe that Luffy was gonna save the day. Luffy was always gonna win, but he didn't win every fight, which I thought that's what I love about some animes. I hate it when the main character, because they're the main character, wins every fight. Luffy basically died twice against freaking Croc, dude. Croc killed him. Croc impaled him with this freaking hook thing. But that arc was so well done. I think it's one of the greatest arcs in the anime. I like how the crew developed. I like how Zora is the second strongest, and he was the second member of the Straw Hats. I like how Usopp needed a buff. He couldn't just be lying for the rest of the story and lying about his powers and lying about his strength. He couldn't do that for the rest of the show. He needed to develop and get better. And I mean, I haven't seen he's improved a lot from before the time skip, but like as far as I have seen, he hasn't really done anything. He's all buff for nothing so far. I don't know. But he's Usopp. He's more of a tactician than anything. And then Nami, I think, is the weakest Straw Hat if she didn't have her weapon. Her weapon makes her overpowered, dude. The weather thing. And then it just keeps getting more overpowered. Chopper. I think Chopper is one of the most underrated people on the crew. I think Sanji was a lot better before they, really shove it down your throat that he's a pervert. And that, the bloody noses thing was way too much. But he's had some amazing moments, He was like Mr. Prince. That was amazing. That was one of the best moments. Or when he got shocked by the Thunder God or Lightning God guy. That was cool. The Alabasta arc, I could legit sit here and tell you everything that happened and tell you why I think it's the greatest arc so far. But the Ace death is, I have never cried watching an anime, and I cried watching it, dude. Ace was amazing. You felt bad because Luffy it was the biggest struggle for Luffy. He wasn't winning like he always did. He was getting his ass kicked. And then he punched his grandpa, which Garp, oh my god, Garp is so cool. Like, when they told you that was Luffy's grandfather, you're like, what? And then Dragon, which I hope we learn more about, but I don't think we do yet, anyways. And then I loved where they sent Luffy, because Luffy's not into women as much as everyone else probably would be. I don't think Zoro would be that tempted either, but Sanji would be stoned every single time by Hancock, which she was a lot better than I thought she'd be. And the Brooks arc was amazing too. It was a cinematic masterpiece. Everything that happened was amazing. Sanji joining the crew and you learning about some of Sanji's backstory. I know you learn more about his backstory, but he had to starve and he knows the value of food. You can't waste food around Sanji. And then Luffy's just will eat anything. And then when you first meet Blackbeard, you're like, there's some tension here that Luffy should probably fight this guy. Like, that's what I thought at least. The guy was asking for it. And then Luffy didn't fight that guy because he was under him. There's no reason to fight a dude that's weak on that little island that he was on. And I think I don't know if this is true or not, because, I'm only on like 500. Nah, I don't think Doflamingo killed him. He's a weird guy. But the Seven War, like, the more information, he is so good. The author is so good at creating a story, developing a story, building a world. Like, when what I think is gonna happen is Luffy's gonna become one of the 7 or 5 emperors of the New World. He's gonna Fishman Island's gonna be his. Alabaster is gonna be his. Like, he's gonna own all these places because Alabaster and him and Wendy or whatever her name was, they're real close. He saved them from Croc, and then when he released Croc from Impel Down, I was surprised because I didn't think that would happen. Just everything that's happened so far has been amazing. Zora, with the 2-year time skip, he definitely made some of the characters look better than others, but it's whatever. You really feel like Luffy cares about all his crewmates, even though he doesn't always act like it. Like when Luffy gave Nami his straw hat after he fought, in her little arc, the Arlong, when he was about to fight Arlong, he put his hat on it. That was so touching, and Luffy's just being Luffy, dude. Zora, I feel like Zora needs another moment, like when he was fighting Mihawk, when he fought him and lost the first time on the little boat in front of the Batier, and he swore he would never lose again. That was cool. I hope he brings back some of the villain, like he did with Croc, randomly throughout the story, sprinkles stuff in. I also hope you learn more about Dragon, obviously. I want an arc like that he goes back in time and he's D. Roger shows his crew forming and stuff, and Luffy, I hope he gets a few more members in his crew. I'm really surprised that Law helped Luffy. I wasn't expecting that. And then Kid. All of the new pirates seem pretty cool. Probably the gangster guy is my least favorite. I don't remember his name, but he made I don't know, Hockey seems pretty cool. Just everything that's happened so far has been amazing, and I want to watch more of it. I want to see more. I've never been this excited for an anime. And just Luffy's presence always makes a difference, everything, so. And also, just how he introduces characters, how he's always plotting for, upcoming arcs. He always name drops things, he slides details in where you least expect it. I didn't think I did think Blackbeard, I thought they were going to fight, but when he first introduced him, but I didn't think he'd be the guy, I don't know, that Ace was looking for, and, I didn't think he'd kill Ace, or not, he didn't kill Ace, but I didn't think he'd capture Ace. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think that all the shit would go down the way it did. He always surprises me. When they got to Alabaster, I didn't think he'd lose to Crocodile twice. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't think what happened was going to happen, and I love that. I love that he can throw me off. The introduction to Frankie was amazing. Not freaking Robin, my favorite female in the show. Her devil fruit is unique and special. How she was how she was introduced, how she was a villain, and then Luffy saved her, and then she's like, well, I have nowhere else to go. And then Frankie arc where she wants to live. That's one of the most touching moments in the show. How it shows Luffy how he's progressed as a character, how he interacts with his crew is just amazing. I love Nami's my least favorite character, and the reason why is before the time skip, I just couldn't stand her, dude. She was the navigator, so I guess she wasn't useless, but she was useless in battle, which you can't have everyone in the crew strong, but Usopp didn't bother me as much as her, and I don't know, she acted like she was bigger than she was, and she's more aggressive, I don't know. I always thought Chopper was underrated. I thought Chopper was way stronger than he appeared. But Robin is by far one of the best characters in the show. She's so well written. She's humble. She spent like 2 years with Dragon, so she knows stuff. It's just everything I've learned has made me want to see more. I love the Brook arc was really good when Zora fought that swordsman with Brook's soul in it, and then Zora won, and then he gave him the sword. That was awesome. The samurai guy, that was so cool. Franky joining the crew. I liked Franky's original design more than his time skip design. I think he looks weird, but most of them got an upgrade in that department. Laboon's gonna be a great thing. They have to go back and see Laboon. Shanks is gonna be a good when they finally meet up with him. I just want to know more about the new world. Luffy is going to do some things, and Smoker's by far my favorite military person, Marine, besides Garp. Garp's probably better, but I don't know. Garp is Garp. Garp was gonna go beat up the lava guy because he killed his son, or not his real son, but or not his real grandson, but he was his grandson. Aokiji, that's his name, I think. That's either him or the ice guy. I really didn't like the light guy, the light admiral, but Hancock was amazing. She is one of my favorite females. How she looks down on people, and the one person she fell in love with, it doesn't want her, which is Luffy. Luffy's too busy. He's gonna become the Pirate King. Goldie Rogers, what we know about him is amazing. Just the theme songs are all amazing. Just the story, how it progresses, how you feel. The Buster Call, how Robin's backstory was really sad. Everything we've learned about every single character has progressively gotten better. I wish VB would have joined the crew, but I also think that would have taken away from the story if she would have joined the crew, because it wasn't her mission to be a pirate. She didn't want to leave. She didn't have a goal like everyone else did. I don't really think Usopp had a real actual goal. I guess he wanted to be a brave person of the warrior of the sea. I want to see more from their islands that they went to during the 2 years, and seeing Luffy break down like he did was amazing. Just everything. Whitebeard's death was so good, where he was still standing and Blackbeard killed him, and Blackbeard got 2 devil fruit powers, which has never been seen before, and then Kobe almost died, and then Shanks appeared. That was amazing. And just Whitebeard, dude, his powers were just so dope. Everything we've learned about anyone in this story has been amazing. It's an incredible work of art, and if you haven't watched it, watch it. I don't like Smoker's left-hand woman chick. She kind of annoying, and Law seems pretty cool, but I haven't seen enough of Law. I know he becomes a partner with Luffy. I know a lot more than I should, but I know a good amount. It's gonna be one hell of a ride. Smoker, Kobe. I want to see the progression of Kobe to try to change the Marines and make them an actual force of good, since there's so much corruption in the Marines. I think that would be a good story, but I don't know he could do anything he wants. The Luffy's battle with Blackbeard's gonna be intense and amazing. I want Sanji to be the way he used to be, and he can't be that anymore. I don't know. I want Luffy to beat up on people, dude. But the villains have to keep getting stronger, and then Luffy has to keep getting stronger. I want to learn more about Doflamingo. I know Luffy beats him. I just want... It's gonna be good. The Fishman Island arc, the villain in it was... he could barely keep up with Luffy, and he took all those fucking drugs, and yeah, that was lame. Like, the story was good, there's just the villains were just not it, man. Not like the first time you met Fishman people, and how there's a lot of like racist undertones, which kind of deals with the situations that are going on in the world now, but it really makes you think. I also like the designs for each of the characters. I don't quite understand why he does a lot of fan service, and like almost all the women he makes have giant boobs, which is alright, I guess. I just think some character, like, why is Nami in a swimsuit all the time? I don't understand that. But I guess she wasn't when they went to the lava ice island where the two admirals fought, because it was too hot and it was too cold. But I like all the designs to all the characters. I like how Sanji's always wearing like a suitish thing. I like his eyebrows. I like when they met the double ganger dude. Saba Aki Island was pretty cool when they fought one of the 7 warlords. Yeah, them. I think it's 7 warlords or the military pirate people, and the guy used the pawpaw fruit, and then Zoro, took all of Luffy's pain because he's obvious. I don't know how anyone cannot think Zoro's Luffy's best friend. Obviously, they're best friends. Like, they don't do the stuff that like Usopp and Luffy would do. But that's because that's not in Zoro's nature. He's not like a fun-loving guy. He's a let me train and get better and drink. But him and Luffy are best friends. I think Luffy obviously wouldn't want to lose any of his members of his team. But Usopp did leave the pirates for a little bit. It was barely any time, but still, I don't think Zoro would ever do that. Luffy and them fought, which besides like non-canon things, I don't think they've ever actually fought. Well, I guess on during the during way early in the story, they fought once, I think, but that was stupid, and that's not in Luffy's character. I don't know why he made that happen. It made no sense to me, because why would Luffy just go around fighting people, but fighting his own crewmates? But that's neither here nor there. Usopp left like he did, and I don't think Zoro would ever do that. I honestly do think they're best friends. I think the one he relies on the most is Sanji, because Sanji makes his food and Luffy's a bottomless pit, which, I mean, he gotta eat his meat. He hates cherry pies, though, that's for sure. But the introduction to Ace was really good. How everything has ended up has been really good. I like Law so far. When him, Law, and Kid fought together, the admirals and all that stuff on Salobo Key, that was pretty cool. Luffy is by far, I think, the best out of that group, but also Luffy's my favorite character, and Luffy's the main character. I love Chopper's new abilities. Robin, how she can make like feet and stuff, that's pretty cool. Just everything seems good, and I feel like something bad is going to happen, but he's also like really bad at like actually killing characters and keeping them dead, because I don't understand. Like, the bird guy should have died. He was on the Alabaster arc, he was the bird guy who could turn into a bird. He should have been dead. Like, he should not have came back. I don't understand why Like, why were you bringing back characters that you killed off but you know, it's whatever. There's just it's just I could sit here and talk about it for hours. I love Chopper's new hat. It's really cool. Sanji's little more facial hair thing. Robin's outfit, it's okay. It's all right. She's got to learn how to blend in and stuff. You know, she learned probably a lot from her time in the Revolutionary War. Luffy, I love how Luffy just couldn't care. Like, every time they're like telling backstories about character, Luffy's asleep because he does not give a fuck about what you used to be, what your past is, as long as you're a good person. And like, I love it. Like, every time they're like telling someone's backstory, Luffy gets all mad, or they get all mad at Luffy because, you know, he's like sleeping or something. Well, I don't want to talk for like an hour on this anime because I easily could, but I would easily rate, from what I've seen of One Piece, a 10 out of 10. Like, it's amazing. Nah, I'd give it a 9. 9 out of 10. I think there's some room for improvement, but it's definitely great. See ya.